All right. What is the definition of CPI or Consumer Price Index? Okay. It is used to measure the typical consumer's cost of living, and it is the basis of cost of living adjustment in many contracts and in Social Security. How do we calculate CPI? Okay. First step, you have to build a basket of products and services. So you're going to think about a typical consumer in this country, in the United States. What are the products and services that we need in everyday life? So actually, Bureau of Labor Statistics or BLS will survey consumer to determine what's in the typical consumer shopping basket. So you might have some food, right? And housing. You need to have some place to live. And healthcare. Communication service, your cell phone bill or internet. Something like this, So they list the products and services that typical consumer normally buy. Second step, you're gonna find the price of those products. Okay, so Bureau of Labor Statistics will collect the data on prices of all products in the basket of this. Okay, third step, after they get the price, they can calculate the cost of the basket. So if you get all prices from the food category, you get the average housing cost, you get the average healthcare cost, and other stuff in the basket already. Sum them together, you get the basket cost, right? Then the next step is you have to choose the best year. And then compute the index. Why do we need the best year? What is the best year? Again, best year is the year that there is nothing special, there is no huge economic shock, and the economy doesn't have that much fluctuation. So you're going to choose the best year, and we're going to compute the index because CPI is index. Index means you have to compare with best year, right? CPI in any year can be computed by 100 times cost of the basket of that year that you want to calculate CPI. Okay, divided by cost of the basket in base year, right? Then you get CPI. The change in CPI, if you want change or percentage change in CPI, is inflation rate, right? So inflation rate is actually CPI current year minus CPI of the previous year over CPI previous year times 100. That will be the inflation rate. Example. They survey some consumer, right? And then the typical basket have chicken, housing, and some gas. Let's say we make it simple, right? Then they have to ask further question. How much do you normally consume chicken per month, per year, something like that? So quantity, right? Let's say you consume 10 pounds of chicken per month. I'm just random choose the number, okay? And then 1 unit of housing. And gas, let's say 20 gallon per month, right? You're gonna fix this quantity, and then you're gonna find a price. Let's say this is September, right? So you probably get the price from August already or July already. In July, per pound chicken is $4 per pound. Housing is, let's say, $500 per unit. Gas is, let's say, $2, right? The cost is 4 times 10, that is $40 for chicken. 500 times 1, that is $500 for housing. 2 times 20, that is $40 per gallon. Total cost here is $580 per month. This is basket cost, right? If they want it in year, instead of July, you can do the average price of the whole year. Let's say 2020, right? 2020 times 12, that is the whole year. 580 times 12, let me see. Calculator. $6,960. Okay. This is basket cost for the whole year. Base year. What is base year? Let's say we choose 2010. To buy the same amount of chicken and housing and gas, how much does it cost for base year? So let's assume that price in 2010 for chicken is $3. Housing 2010 is 400, right? And gas 2010 was $1.5. So you calculate using these prices. Basket cost per month is 3 times 10. You can see that we're going to fix the quantity. We assume that a typical consumer have the same amount for consumption over the year, because the main focus here is we want to find the price change. So we want to control the quantity. Plus 400 times 1 unit of housing plus 20 times 1.5, right? So you get 30 plus 400 plus 20 times 1.5 is 30, yes. 460 times per year. This is just a simple example. In reality, they have like long list of products, okay? So we have 460 times 12 is 5,520. This is basket cost in 2010, which is our best year, right? Go back to our step. You get the cost of basket in the current year. You get the cost of basket in the best year already, times with 100, that's CPI. CPI in 2020 from this information is 6960 over 5520 times 100, right? 6960 divided by 552. Okay. Times 100. We have 126.09. Okay. What does it mean by this one? It means, let me change the color a little bit. The price level. I say price level because we're talking about many prices, right? In 2010, in 2020 is higher than 2010 compared to the best year by 26.09%, right? Or if you want, you can calculate inflation rate. And normally inflation rate come from when you compare to the previous year, right? Of 2020 is CPI 2020 minus CPI 2019 over CPI 2019 times 100. So this is your piece of information for CPI 2020. And then you have to find our CPI 2019 and then calculate the inflation rate. That will be percent. Percent here is the price change from 2019. Okay, that's how you calculate CPI. Okay, in the next video, we are going to talk about the problem of CPI and how do we solve it. If we can, we economists trying to solve those problems. So, all right, see you in the next video.